a mic and a bloodstained hatchet. These are my rhymes, they're full of depravity, drowning your ass like 2 scoops of gravity. So much despair, trauma and sadness, staring you down, face first in a madness.
Well, I have to say, I did pretty good before I ended up screwing up. Who thought I was going to last as many weeks as I did without forgetting to put a video blog up every Wednesday? So what do we make it? We made it, 5, 6 in a row before I screwed up this week? But it wasn't my fault. You see, it was rained out. It was called due to rain, even though it actually wasn't raining here. And I don't think you can actually get rained out if you have the computer in your house and you, because unless it was raining in the house. And it would only rain in the house if we had no roof, A, or B, if a fire started and a sprinkler came down and it felt like rain. And in fact, that's what I would do if the house was attacked by vampires. I would have the water blessed by a priest or a rabbi. And actually, I wonder if that would work. And then the water would come down and would be holy water because it was blessed. But I wonder if a rabbi could bless, I'm going to have to look that up on Wikipedia. I wonder if a rabbi could bless water and that would work as holy water. Since the Jews invented the whole one God religion anyway, I mean, let's face it. Monotheism, which is a one God religion, was invented by the Jews. Everybody else was a copycat. And Jesus was a Jew, so what are you gonna do? Today is, January 21st, and, it should have been January 19th. So I'm doing this post ex facto, extra, whatever, ex post facto, post haste, and so forth. And today I'm going to talk about, what I usually talk about, which is absolutely nothing but what babbles out of my, brain. I'm going to be doing a lot more comedy, it looks like. We have a new agent, me and Bob Levy. I have to fix my, my thing here. We got us a new agent. So we will be getting a lot more comedy gigs this year. They're already working on it. She's already working on it now. So, this is going to be good. So I'll be doing a lot more comedy. As it stands, I've got at least one more comedy gig, if not more, and that's actually, I'll be doing it at the gathering for the ICP this year, the clowns. So the night before the gathering, I'll be doing stand-up and in the gathering, but, which is always a great time. And I highly recommend people come to the gathering, which I'll explain in a minute. But, yeah, we're planning on doing a lot of comedy this year. In fact, not that I have anything against wrestling, because I love it, but I think if I can get more comedy in and I can get the same amount of money or more, I will do more comedy than wrestling this year if I can get booked that way. And if I can't, then I will continue to do as much wrestling as possible because I like money. And frankly, without money, then I would not be able to afford the life of leisure that I choose to live, which involves lots of sleep, reading comic books, watching TV, and lots of sleep. So there. The gathering, which the Insane Clown Posse puts on every year, is a huge, huge thing. It's the end of August. So it's a little early to plug it, but, they were just calling, the other day, which reminded me about it to check on some things, make sure I was going to be there. What it is, it's a 4 or 5 day gathering where you go out to this place called Cave in Rock, Illinois, and, you camp out there for like 4 or 5 days. And they have like major rap and rock bands, like Ice Cube and shit like that, or whoever's hot now. I don't even know who's hot now. I don't watch current stuff. Not so much anymore. Anything from like, last year they had, Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock or Coolio the year before, Ice Cube, they have like a whole gauntlet from past to present. Of acts, and there's always a band playing until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I guess it starts again like at 11 in the morning, and there's like carnival rides and all kinds of crap, and it's huge. I mean, it's a really cool deal. So I highly recommend that. This weekend I will be in Ottawa. So, if you want to see me wrestle this weekend, I'll be in Ottawa, and the following weekend I'll be in Los Angeles at that big wrestling reunion thing, at the, Los Angeles Hilton down, by the airport Hilton, which will be a really big deal, because superstar Billy Graham will be there. There'll be like, I don't know who else is going to be there, but all kinds of major names. But I expect most people to come to my booth. Come to my booth. Come to my... I like looking at myself, pointing at myself, and making fingers. Ooh. Come to my booth, and I'll be at the ICP, the Insane Clown Posse's booth all day, and all 3 days, I guess. And then you can come buy merchandise off of me, and I will sign stuff. And you can tell me how much you enjoy my video blogs. Except for this one. This one's really going nowhere fast. I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of out of it. I got to pack, and I got to get up tomorrow for an early flight to Ottawa. And like I said, I should have done this Wednesday, but I didn't, and I forgot to do it Wednesday. That's why. And then yesterday, I didn't remember to do it, that I'd forgotten to do it. So I still hadn't even remembered that I'd forgotten to do it until much later in the evening. And by then I didn't feel like doing it. So I said, well, I'll do it tomorrow. And then I got up today and I was like, I don't feel like doing this yet. I'll do it later. And now it's already Friday evening and now I'm finally getting around to it. And it's just like, ugh. But I didn't want to not do it because that would suck. So I figured, well, I'll do it. And then I was sitting there and I actually tried to put some thought into this one. And I was like, what am I going to talk about? And I was like, I don't really have anything to talk about today. So you're getting a whole lot of nothing, more than usual. And, I'm sorry for that. No, not really. I'm not really sorry for that. I mean, hey, look, you get what you pay for, you know? You know what else I want to talk about? As you can see, I'm a big movie buff if you follow me on Twitter. And as everyone knows, past Twitters are called twats. I just wanted to point that out. So if you Twittered somebody in the past, you twatted them. That way you save letters, because you only have 140 letters not letters. You have 140 gimmicks that you can use. You know, they could be letters, or they could be numbers, or commas, or colons, or, parentheses, or any of the assorted above or previous ladder of the things. What movie was I going to talk about? Yes, I just got done watching Happy Gilmore for the fifth time, and it's still funny. Not quite as funny as the first time when him and Bob Barker got into it. But still funny. And then, what did I watch the other night? Oh, I watched, I was talking about Happy Gilmore only to buy me time while I remembered what I actually wanted to talk about was, we rented the other day, what did we rent? We rented the, Mila Jovovich in the, what the hell is that movie called? Resident Evil, the latest one, which is actually pretty good though. That was pretty good. And then, what else did we rent? Well, thanks. She's a lot of help. She doesn't remember either. We rented Resident Evil. And then we rented, crap. Man, I am drawing blanks today. Oh, Dinner for Schmucks. Dinner for Schmucks is hysterical. The guy, one of my favorite high spots in the whole movie is the guy, Paul Rudd invites the schmuck to go to dinner with him. And the guy comes the night before and, he goes, and Paul Rudd goes, what are you doing here? He goes, I'm here to go out to dinner. And he goes, that's tomorrow night. He goes, no, I don't think it is. He goes, no. He goes, it's tomorrow night. He goes, no, it isn't. He goes, I'm telling you, it's tomorrow night. I invited you. I would know. He goes, we're just going to have to agree to disagree. And it just was funnier from there on. Fucking hysterical. Very, very funny. Paul Rudd is a comic genius. And I always thought he was like a big dud when I first watched him, like on Friends and stuff. I was like, what a lame ass actor. But now he's like my comic hero between that and what's the other one? Oh, Role Models. So now I'll watch anything with Paul Rudd. Excuse me. Yeah, I want to see the new one with Paul Rudd and Reese Witherspoon and Luke Wilson, which should be very funny. And then plus I get brownie points with the wife because it's like a romantic comedy type movie. So you get points for that. Anyway, I have nothing to talk about. So I'm going to end this now because, frankly, you have nothing to listen to because I have nothing to talk about. So, thank you for tuning in. I already plugged a few things and I don't feel like plugging anything else. So, bye-bye. And, now I got to find the off switch. It's so much easier to find the on switch than the off switch. You know, let's face it. I know where the off switch is. It's a funny gag. It's running its course though. So I'm just going to pretend I don't know where it is. I'm going to go, Actually, I like looking at myself making faces on the screen. Arr. Arr. Blah, blah, blah. Hmm.